Hi, I'm Susan by Creations by Susan K, and I'm here today to show you how to make a Deco Mesh wreath. The Deco Mesh is what's hanging up here behind me, and this is a larger version. I'm going to show you some smaller versions and what we start with. It's Valentine, so we want to show you how to make something for Valentine's Day. With this here, we're going to start off, and I'm going to show you all the supplies you're going to need for this project. Then we'll start making it. When we do this, we want to use the straw wreath, but do not take the plastic off. You'll want to leave that on there. And when you do that, you're going to want to put a hanger first. And I'm going to show you with the other one. I've put this one on with a little pipe cleaner. And usually I match it up with the colors that I'm using. So with this one here, these are going to be the colors. They're kind of in the pinks and the whites and the reds. So when we do this, I'm going to take and add the pipe cleaner for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around, and if it's too big, you use 2 pipe cleaners, and we'll take and use the 2. I'm going to take, twisting it together so it's a little bit larger, and then I will take, putting it on here, and sometimes you won't even need a hanger, but you'll use your wreath hangers, and that will hold it. But in case you don't, I am just taking and twisting it so you can see front to back. And most of the time this don't even show, but just in case it does, it's the colors of your project. With this here today, we're going to show you a simple way. It's a one-step wreath where you take and use the same type repetition around the wreath with the Deco Mesh. If you've ever worked with it, you'll know what I'm talking about also. Okay, that's how we make it. I'm going to lay this one down here, and I'm going to show you the products once we make it. We've got little picks that we picked up like at Dollar Tree. I'm not affiliated with Dollar Tree, but these are the items that I have found that's very good price range. Also, there's ribbon. This one here, this ribbon is a 9-foot ribbon. It'd be plenty to make a bow. And we're going, when we get done, we're going to figure out which colors it'll look best, because sometimes you don't know until you're at the end to see your contrasting. So I don't always just choose one thing unless I've made it again before. Then I've picked up some cute little Valentine hearts that's going to go on it. And again, we'll see which colors. Valentines, you're going to see black with Valentines. You're going to see purple with Valentines. You're just going to see pink, and anything blingy is real nice. With this here, we'll be using glue gun. I have it plugged in over here for us to start with. And then I'm going to use one of the glue sticks. Also, we might end up using a little character. So I have found this in the clearance rack at, I think, Big Lots. And this was Christmas, but I changed him out to Valentine's. And we're going to put a little heart on him to decorate him. These are very popular. The little hedgehogs are so cute. So anytime you can pick up, right now they got them all on clearance. Hedgehogs are in everything right now. Very popular. Okay, we are going to get started. I'm using the T-pins. These here are across the top, and they go straight into the pieces. And when you work with these here, you'll see how easy they are to go in. You can use foam, but I'm going to show you with the easiest project. We want to make it fun and easy. And how you like my little Valentine? I wanted to show you what I was doing today. So each time I change a project in a season, I'm going to try to show you what season is so you'll know when I'm making it. You'll know it's Valentine's. Okay, here we go. The Deco Mesh, this one here, nice size. I think we're going to do one where it's pretty fluffy. This one here is for like an outside barn or a big gated fence, or if you got big double doors. But you can take, and I had used this for the winter and put the snowflakes on it. This one's going to be a smaller version. There's probably about 6 versions you can make of this. You can make it to whatever you want it to be also. Okay, I am gathering this up. I took the end piece and I gathered it and put it between my finger and my thumb. With this here, I'm going to take the pin and I'm going to start up here where the little hook is. And I'm going to start on this side of it, and we're going to go left, right, and center. Now I'm going to put the pin all the way down through the center. The left, right, and center is what's going to make your wreath look like it has a pattern. When I first start off, I'm using 2 pins. So when you do the 2, this will give you a little more secure when you start. And if you feel like it's a little bit loose, give it an extra pin. Okay, I'm gathering it up again. That's going to be my right. This one's going to be my left. And I pin up underneath the project. So you can see I put the pin underneath it, up underneath. That hides your work then, so you can kind of get an idea. This is very fluffy and it goes very fast. Okay, and if you want to be able to get the same height all the way around, so one's not high and one's not low, measure with your hand. Take your hand and kind of see when you go to loop it under about where it's at on your hand, and you'll know exactly where it's at. And don't worry about it being too crunched up, because you can go back and fluff it. This is a very, very easy project. When I pin that, I'm pulling that all apart and kind of getting an idea. Okay, so I started off with this, my right, my left, and that was my center one. Now I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to start over here again with the left and pin it. There you go. Shows it. It just is the easy one. It automatically fluffs for you. The wire deco mesh is one of the greatest things they've made, and you can take and make you look like you've got a happening and make it look very decorative for a very little amount of time and money. There you go. There's a little bit more. Now, when you come back, I'm going to give you a little suggestion. If you get halfway around and this is too poofy, all you got to do is take your little pin and go back down through the center and pin it down. And there you go. It makes exactly what you want. And when we go to put product on it and you need a flat surface, a pin will push down in there to make it flat also. Now, I'm going to kind of loop this a little more, because I'm doing the same thing all the way around to give you an idea. And same thing, left, right, center. So that way, when I'm saying left, right, center, it looks good in the center, in the middle, it looks good in the front, and then when you go to look at it on the side, it's filled in. So you're covering all 3 areas. And crunch it up when you're going to put it in. You can see how I've got this all between my finger and thumbs. And sometimes you might want to pull some out, because every time you reach in there, that little box, you're sticking yourself. So you want to take and put a few out. You can purchase these pins at any sewing department, like at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, and their little packages of T-pins. Now there is greening pins also. A greening pin I'll show in another class that I'll be doing, but they are kind of like an A pin, and it's doubled. So when you go to do the different pieces, like I'll be showing you how to make a burlap wreath on one of the videos, and I will probably be using the greening pins, because burlap's a little heavier, and so you'll want to show that. I'm going to try to get this looped up here for you and show you how quick you can make one. And these are awesome for tabletop centerpieces too. Keep in mind, this doesn't have to hang. This can be a centerpiece, and then you put something real tall out the top. And it makes great centerpieces for weddings, for anniversaries, for class reunions, and you've got a lot to decorate on a little bit amount of money. This is something that works really pretty, and it looks like you did a lot of work with it. So see, it's just fluffing up so nice already. Okay, and this here, one roll, will do this whole size wreath, and also the wreath size. That's what I was going to tell you on there. On the back, I think this one here was, yeah, this is a 12-inch wreath. So you'll kind of know what size, because you got to watch, you get them too big, and you really have a big full wreath. And you got to watch when you get them too big, if you put them on your door, you can't get your doors to shut, because they'll get caught in between. Do you think I did that before? That's a little experience I tried. Made me a nice big fluffy one, and it was way too big. So keep in mind the after effects of how it's going to look. You want it dainty and pretty. Now this is going to be a cutesy one. You can make them very elegant for weddings. Oh my gosh, there is a rose gold deco mesh that is so pretty, and rose gold is so popular right now. But the fun part about with all of this, keep in mind when you're finishing this up, you look to see about how much mesh you got left, because there's ways of adjusting it to make it bigger or littler, and there's ways of, if you've got space left and you've run out of deco mesh, you just lift your pins and move them over, and lift your pins and move them over, and you can't even tell, because sometimes you get them too thick and too tight, and you don't want that because you've put way too much money in the material. Okay, we're just about to wrap this up, and then we're going to start decorating it, and we want to show how to make a little instant bow to go on this one. And each season you can make these. I mean, they're adorable for making them for baby showers. You can make one for the baby shower, then the mom can take it to the hospital and put it on the door when the baby's born and when she comes home. So it's something they can use over and over. I've used these for so many different things. Deco Mesh has been out for probably 4 or 5 years now, and it hasn't stopped. They just keep creating new ideas with them. And the best part, it's weatherproof. I put some out in the snow for Christmas a couple years ago. When Christmas was about over, we got a big snow like we're going to get today, and it was out there 2 months. And when all that snow and ice melted, this was perfect. It didn't move. It stayed up there with the weather. These here, if you make them on a wire frame, they're very nice to put out at the cemetery. They last a long time, and you can use them out there also. And of course, I'm sure you've seen them all over since they've been out and about, but I'm just going to give you some cute ideas. Okay, I'm on my last loop, and you want to know where your top is. That's where you're going to finish. So I'm going to do my last loop. I'm going to measure, then I'm going to cut it off. Okay, we're going to double pin our last loops. Okay, front and back, so you kind of see what I'm doing here. With the last loop, I'm holding it up here. I'm going to gather this back up. It's no rhyme or reason of how you're gathering it, just gathering it like you're going to finish up a project. I'm going to look to see how full I got it. It's a little bit full. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. And I'm going to tuck this down in here. One more. Okay, we have a finished wreath. And that was about, how many minutes you think? 10, 15 minutes. Now, to accessorize, this is what we want to do. We want to take and see if we want the bright red, because we're going to be using these pieces. And we also want to use the little hearts to make these little pieces. I think this one doesn't show up as well, so we're going to use the bright red, because you definitely want to show it off. If you've made it, and especially when somebody walks up to your door and they're like, I love your wreath, where did you buy it at? You know what the best thing is? You can say, I made it, and that makes you feel so proud. And you can show somebody else how to do it. You can share with your different organizations and clubs, your ladies groups, your bunco groups. They all will want to get together and do that. Okay, we're going to make a quick bow to go on it. To make this Valentine's, we're going to make a loop. We're going to pinch it together, front and back. I'm going to loop this side, twist it, loop this side, twist it, and while I'm showing you this, I do have a video of just making a bow, so that if you don't catch this one, and we will have future ones with all kinds of bows you can see also. This one here has the wire on each side. I think I bought this one at Dollar Tree. I'm not affiliated with Dollar Tree, but it had the best prices. And you want to be able to make a wreath for each season. So sometimes that's once a month. And you can still take and use the material and make something for so much better prices. Like the straw wreath, I think Hobby Lobby and Michael's has those. Use their 40 and 50 off coupon, and when you do that, you can get it for probably about $2. These loops here are approximately 4 inches, and I've made 4 on each side. And then I'm going to cut that off because this is going to be the tail. I'm going to take, this is the top, this is the bottom. I'm going to take and divide it up. I'm going to use my pipe cleaner. Oops, let's see. Did I put my other, oh, here it is. You get to see my little headband a little better here now, huh? Pipe cleaner. You're going to go in above my thumb, then work it under the thumb so you can let go in the center a little bit. Twist it, bend it up. Okay, now I haven't let go yet. You can kind of see the pipe cleaners on the back. This is the front. I'm going to pull these down around, and I'm hanging on to the middle so it does not come apart on you. This here, when you go to use it with a wire ribbon, you can always fluff it once you put it on there also. But this is probably the best deal when you go to do it this way with wire ribbon. There's a lot of pretty ribbon out there that's not wired, so I'd suggest you practice a little bit getting your bow making done before you jump in on that. I'm going to show you real quick how to make the tails. We're just going to make the little slant tails. And then on this one, I'm going to show you how to make a picot tail. And I'll adjust it to show, but I wanted to be able to show you how. With the open side on this side, you're going to start at the bottom and go up. And there you go. That's a little picot tail. Okay. Attaching these, you can do them a couple different ways. You're going to first focus on, remember where your top and your hanger is. If you want this down here on the bottom, if you want it off to the side. I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to lay my merchandise that I've purchased for this. We're going to do a couple hearts. I think we're going to stick this one a little bit with a couple hearts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these. I'm going to take the glue gun. The glue gun is one I have purchased from Michaels. Michaels has one with a fine tip. I'm not affiliated with Michaels, but it's a very, very good one to use. It doesn't run out. How many of you have all these that run out when you're using your glue gun? You don't want that to happen. Okay. So what I'm wanting to do is glue this together so that you can have a double heart. All right. Let's do a little dab of glue. And this is foam, so it will melt into it. So just put a little bit. You don't need a lot of glue. And I'm going to leave that set there for a minute. Then with these little bitty ones, this has wire, so this can be poked into the straw. Now, what I want to do real quick, I want to take and get the wreath down here where I can feel the straw, and I want to attach that to the back. Then I'm going to take a pin, and I'm going to pin it right now because I want those to stay, the tails towards the bottom. Okay. All right, this is how it looks just with the bow. So when you go to use just the bow, sometimes you might just want that. Depends on what you're using. Now, don't think you have to go out and buy all this. Look through your home and see if you have anything to do with hearts or pretty little hankies or memorable things you have that you had from the past. That's great to go on your wreath. All right, this is, I think, glued enough. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. All right, we're going to put that on there. I'm going to let it set a minute. So while I'm doing this, this has a little bit of light pink in the ribbon. So what I want to do is also glue these two together. Let's see, we're going to go this way and this way. Okay. Let that set a minute. Then the little picks that I have here, we want to do, I think I've got one more here. Well, let's see. We're going to take this one. And you don't really need to add a wooden pick or a metal pick to this because it's strong enough. I'm going to get it through there. Okay. There. And this bends around so you can make this just as cute as you can be with having your heart sticking out. Okay, this is an idea here. Now I think this is glued. I think, yeah, we're going to do one more here. Add that glue to it. These are a little bit thinner ones. And we're going to pop a heart off of one of the other decorative pieces. I think this one would work really cute. I'm going to take, this is just, I think, Dollar Tree. It has all the little hearts on there. I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is take these two little felt pieces and little foam pieces, and I'm going to glue one of those on top to give it a little bit of color. Okay, we're going to let that dry a minute. All right, so far, what we've got, so you kind of get an idea. Now, you can go on and on and on and add so many things to this, or you can keep it very simple. That's going to be totally up to you. I'm going to take these little pieces, add one more here. On here, we're going to let this sit a minute. A little bit of advice: when you're putting hot glue on Deco Mesh, do not put your hands up underneath it because that glue is all going down through there, and when you reach under there, glue is going to be on the bottom. So make sure you got a surface that you have it covered also. Okay, one more. I'm going to stick these on there. And while I'm finishing this up, and you're watching my video, make sure you like, share, and you subscribe to my videos. I have so much to share for you. I have oodles and oodles of ideas. I just want you to be able to make anything you want and share it. And this is our last piece here. And then we're going to turn it around and show you. I think that one's still a little bit. And this is... well, hang on to that, and when you do this, make sure it's definitely glued so it doesn't fall off and burn you. Have a great day. When you said